What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Let's Talk Movies. I'm Brad.
I'm Miguel.
And this is going to be a very interesting one to watch. This is our official trailer reaction for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which, I'm going to be honest, it kind of blows my mind that this film is even happening, just due to the fact that Harrison Ford is, I mean, let's face it, he's not a, he's not young anymore. He's not young enough to do the swashbuckling, craziness of like what happened with those original, at least that original trilogy that made it so good. I remember watching Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It's been years since I've seen it, but it was still
fun. Solid, fun.
It's still solid. Movie. Yeah. I liked Shia LaBeouf's character. I mean, it had its good qualities. Mm-hmm. It was nowhere near what that original trilogy was, though. I mean, that originally, I mean, Raiders of the Lost Ark is you could say that Raiders of the Lost Ark is arguably in the top 50 movies. I mean, it's like that golden age of cinema. Harrison Ford is one of those actors that is just like. He's kind of transcended like the stereotypical actor thing. Like he's one of the greats. You know what I mean? I think many people would consider him to be their favorite actor or like one of the greats.
Yeah, as some people would say, like Tom Cruise is the last action star. Like no, Harrison.
I don't think so.
Still living and breathing, man.
Yeah.
Like don't put some respect on his name right there, man. Harrison Ford is Harrison fucking Ford, man.
Right.
You looking at a guy that flies planes, wrecks his shit, wrecks the plane. Yeah. 3 times and still continues to fly. That's some baller shit right there. Granted, I know Tom Cruise can fly a plane too, but Harrison Ford can get back up from a crashed plane. So that's a different type of breed, man. So
yeah. Well, and he, like I said, he's that golden age of cinema. He's one of the most revered actors of all time, and I'm glad that he's coming back to do this. I mean, I don't know if this is going to be his final film. I assume it will be his final film as Indy. I mean, I logistically, I think it would have to be.
Skull was going to be
right, and who knows? I'm glad it's happening. I'll be very, very interested to see how, like, what exactly the plot is, because the cool thing about this is because it takes place. And you could have said the same thing about Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. The fact, like, I think Harrison Ford had even joked about this when that film came out about, like, I'll do it if it doesn't take 20 years for them to make a sequel, like it did for Crystal Skull. Like, he'll do part 5, and even the news a couple years ago, like, when COVID was going on about him being injured on the set and things like that, like, it was just kind of like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if this is, like, I think it's going to be, I don't know. I'm glad we're watching the trailer right now because it's going to be difficult to capture the magic of what that original trilogy was, but I'm excited that we get to watch it right now together. And again, Harrison Ford. So. Yeah, I'm glad that Harrison Ford gets to do this. I'm glad that he can, I'm glad that he's well enough and that he's willing to reply all as his character. No, but to reprise this character one final time, because this character means a whole lot to a whole lot of people. So let's see what this thing entails, man. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny by Lucasfilms and the Walt Disney Company. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Play. Bum ba dum bum bum ba dum.
I miss the desert.
Me too. What?
I miss the sea. And I miss waking up every morning, wondering what wonderful adventure the new day will bring to us.
Those days have come and gone.
Perhaps.
God, he looks old.
He looks good, though. I gotta say, he does look older, but he still looks good. He's a good-looking man.
But a few times in my life, I've seen things.
I knew they were going to DH him.
Ooh, we got that hardcore DH going on.
I've come to believe it's not so much what you believe. It's how hard you believe it.
Hey, that's cool.
men?
I'm her godfather.
related.
Get back.
That's funny.
That looks fun, man.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like that we didn't get like a ton of story there. Like it's just
Where's Shia LaBeouf?
I know. Where is Shia? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, man, it looks fun. It looks really cool. I'm excited to see what they do with it. Do you think it's going to be a lot of DH and a lot of stuff set like in the past?
I'd say probably. I feel like Harrison Ford is going to get a lot of help in CGI.
Do you remember when they did that in Star Wars? Like when the Rogue One stuff happened and people were all pissed off that they did that?
Not many people were.
Like,
I mean,
I don't know. I feel like I remember who was that?
Over, like, literally
what was
within,
his name? Like the character.
Oh,
That scene
General
where him and Vader, is it Tarkin? Was that his name? I'm not. Listen, I don't speak Star Wars. I apologize, but I don't.
Yeah, I think you're talking about General Tarkin, who was in A New Hope, if I'm not mistaken. And
because the actor had died, right?
Yeah, because the actor had just recently died, I'm thinking about Carrie Fisher. But yeah, people were upset with that because I don't think they necessarily they were given permission to do that, if I'm not mistaken. That's why it was a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, so if given the right permission, de-aging is probably, another forefront of, cinema technology, I guess.
Harrison Ford was probably like, bro, go for it. Like, do it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
He was probably like, bro, I was hot back then. Do it.
I realize that he can't be jumping off of trains and doing some of those things now, but like I hope that we still get enough like present day Indy in it. You know what I mean? Like I don't want it to be just like normal Harrison Ford is in it for like just a couple shots in the film. You know what I mean? It actually looks pretty action packed It looks a little bit more action-packed than I guess I anticipated it. I don't really know what I expected there, but it looks fun, man. I'm excited to see this. Another reason that really, really that this kind of hits home for me as a music person is that John Williams has stated that this will be his final film before he officially retires from being a film composer. So that's kind of a big deal. And I mean, again, it's going back to the George Lucas Spielberg. I mean, it's going back to his people, you know what I mean? His time. Like, that's a big deal. So I think it'll be pretty interesting to see what happens with this film and to see where the story goes, where the plot goes, what Harrison Ford does. And of course, I mean, the fact that it's John Williams' last film, that's a big deal.
Big deal.
In and of itself. That's a really, really big deal. So super, super excited to see what comes of this one. Guys, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at LTM Podcast KY. We do new shows every single week at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you haven't already, please be sure to leave us a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on Indiana Jones Part 5 and the Dial of Destiny, and the fact that this is going to be John Williams' last film that he scores. It's a really big deal, man, especially to the film, to the film industry as a whole. We could do an entire episode on what John Williams has contributed to cinema. I mean, that's a whole 2-hour episode in of itself. So, guys, we'll talk to you later. Please let us know what you think, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.
Peace.